I am Maria Garcia de Fleury. Sainte Joan of Chantal was born in Dijon, France in 1572 to a very prominent family. Her father was president of the Burgundian parliament. Pretty, cheerful, and charitable, at the age of 21, she married Baron Christophe de Raboutin Chantal, a man whom she loved deeply, and it was reciprocated, and with whom she had 6 children. 7 years into her marriage, her husband died in a hunting accident. Widowed at the age of 28 and very sad, Joan's father-in-law forced her to live in his castle in Montelong, threatening to disinherit her children if she refused. Joan lived there for 7 years, enduring mistreatments and humiliations. Instead of participating in social festivities, she spent her time taking care of her children and managing very well the property that her husband had left her. She dedicated herself to prayer and the practice of charity, distributing large alms to the poor. As there was hunger and scarcity in the country, every day a large line of beggars came to the castle to receive abundant food and good medical care. She herself visited those who were bedridden on her ranches and cared for the most disgusting and abandoned patients. She encouraged the entire large staff of workers on her farms to say prayers with her in the morning and at night. They attended Mass every Sunday and received religion instructions every week. In 1604, on a visit to her father, she met St. Francis of Sales, who was Bishop of Geneva. With this began a new chapter in her life. Her immense desire was to become a nun, but St. Francis de Sales opposed her, telling her that first she had to educate her children well, and when they were well trained and prepared to succeed in life, he would accept her becoming a nun. With her children grown on track, Joan distributed her jewelry and belongings. The purest friendship that arose between John of Chantal and Francis of Sales allowed John to grow in spiritual wisdom and authentic holiness. Being two different souls, but so united on the supernatural level, together they founded the Order of the Daughters of the Visitation of St. Mary in 1610. They wanted it to be a religious institute, similar to that of the Daughters of Charity of St. Vincent of Paul, she admired spiritually, but the Cardinal of Lyon told her that it must be a rigorous cloister. After the death of St. Francis of Sales, Mother Joan of Chantal energetically continued her dedication to God. Most of the vocations that came to her were from noble families who, like their founder, abandoned the riches of the world to dedicate themselves to the service of God and the Church. Joan was a true contemplative, full of multiple projects for the glory of God and the sanctification of souls. She wrote around 11,000 letters full of great spiritual depth. She instructed her mistress of novices to ensure that the writings of Saint Teresa of Jesus were read and studied in the novitiates of the order. She died on December 13, 1641, but her feast day was assigned for August 12. Joan de Chantal left 86 houses of the order in a few years, full of contemplation of God, kindness, meekness, and humility, as characteristics of her religious, because they wanted to imitate Christ, who is God, and with God we always win.